Hello everyone, welcome back to vlog number 3. I'm just on my lunch break at the moment and I'm really struggling about what to do for lunch today. I've only got 15 minutes, so obviously the first option is drive through, but I don't want to do that. And then I'm feeling like crap. It's the first day of Shark Week and I just feel horrible and ugh. And basically I want carbs. I want all of the carbs. I just want to like roll around in carbs and just eat them because that's how I'm feeling today. I'm debating about whether or not I go through Red Rooster drive-through and try and get something a little bit healthy-ish. It's still not going to be healthy, but I just genuinely don't have time today because I'm in meetings and meetings and meetings. And if I don't eat something now, it's going to get to 5 o'clock and I'm going to be ravenous when I get home and I'm going to destroy an entire loaf of bread. And that just would not be good. So I think I'm going to say that today is not a great day. I'm going to go through drive-through. I'm not going to get chips. I'm not going to get soft drink. I'm just going to maybe get a wrap because then at least it's not too bad. I'm going to get some grilled chicken, so at least it's not, I don't know. I'm excusing my behavior. I don't know I'm excusing my behavior, but that's how I'm starting this week, which is never good. Good morning. It is Tuesday, September the 11th. It's officially my birthday. Yay! I decided that I was going to start this morning right and go for a bit of a walk. So I didn't get up in time for the gym and I didn't want to use that as an excuse to do nothing. So I put my runners on and I just went and did a 2.3k walk just around the block. So considering the disaster that lunch was yesterday, I'm feeling pretty good about that. I had Zumba again last night. Our normal instructor's been off on leave, so we've had a different instructor the last week and this week. I'm not a huge fan of her style of Zumba, but you know, I still went, I still committed, I still got in there. I'm probably not going to go to the gym tonight just because it's my birthday. So I thought at least if I do a bit of a walk this morning and then maybe one on my lunch break, then I can hopefully try and at least get some of my steps for the day. I'm going to weigh myself again tomorrow. I'm not thinking it's going to be as great as what it has been the last couple of weeks, but I'm still going to do it anyway and we'll see what progress there is. But yeah, that's basically about it for Tuesday. I might check in again a bit later. Otherwise, it'll probably be tomorrow because I actually have no idea what I'm even going to do for my birthday. So we'll have to wait and see. Hello, it is Wednesday afternoon. I didn't end up doing an update yesterday afternoon because it was my birthday and I'm going out with my family for dinner. I was actually pretty proud of myself with dinner last night. So ordinarily when we go to the steak restaurant that we go to, I would get a burger or some pasta because they do really good food there. But last night I was really diligent. I got the grilled chicken salad and I got the dressing on the side. I didn't end up having any of the dressing. I just had the chicken and the salad by itself and I didn't have any soft drink. I only had water. So even though it was my birthday, and I could have gone a little crazy, I decided that I wasn't going to and I was just going to be nice and disciplined and make sure that I didn't kind of blow out my calories. I didn't make it to the gym this morning. I had to be at work an hour and a half earlier than ordinary, so there was just no capacity to go to the gym purely because by the time the class finished I was actually already on my way to work, which means I didn't weigh myself this morning. I'm not going to jump on the scales tonight purely because I'm trying to weigh myself at the same time every day. And if I weigh myself tonight, I just don't think it's going to be an accurate representation. Knowing me, I'm probably going to jump on the scales anyway, but I will weigh myself tomorrow morning when I go tomorrow morning. I'm not going to make it for the 6:30 body combat class. So I'm just going to go and jump on the treadmill, get my steps, jump on a couple of weight machines, maybe do something with the kettlebell, kettlebell, whatever it's called. Yeah, so we'll see how we go. But hopefully when I weigh myself tomorrow, I've lost a little bit. Just finished at the gym. I wasn't able to get there in time for the class because work this week has just been insanity. So instead I jumped on the treadmill, I did a couple of weight machines, I picked up the kettlebell, just a few bits and pieces. I tried to kind of change it up a bit tonight. Normally what I do is as a bit of a warm up, I'll jump on the treadmill and do 30 minutes. So normally that's enough for me to get my steps or get pretty bloody close that, you know, the back and forth walking in the gym. I'm normally pretty good to go. I didn't really feel like doing a full 30-minute block, so I did 15 minutes and then I jumped off and I jumped on some of the weights machines and just kind of do my own thing. I jumped on the cross trainer tonight. I've done that the last couple of times, so I really struggle with the cross trainer. I'm just not fit enough for them, and even though you can kind of pace them a little bit, I feel this pressure to go super fast. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just that I'm competitive or if there's something wrong with me. I don't know. So I've been jumping on and doing 2-minute blocks. Do 2 minutes, jump off, do some other things, let my heart rate come back down, jump on, do 2 minutes, jump off, that kind of thing. So I did that 3 times tonight. So only 6 minutes in total, but considering a week ago I wouldn't have even jumped on at all, I think that's pretty good. So I'll probably try and do that a little bit over the next couple of weeks, and then maybe up it to say 4 minutes, jump off, do some other things, etc. I've just stopped and grabbed a U-Foods for dinner tonight. This is the satay chicken. It's really good. I've had it before. So I realized last week that I really probably wasn't eating enough. So I'm trying to make a conscious effort to make sure that I am hitting that 1800 calories, just because if I'm not, giving my body enough fuel, I'm not going to see any changes. So that is my Thursday night update. Tomorrow, I don't have to be at work at a stupid hour. It's just normal time tomorrow. So I might go for a bit of a walk. I was going to say go to the gym, but I probably won't, let's be honest. I might go for a bit of a walk in the morning, and then I'll definitely be going to the gym after work. So just a nice way to kind of start my weekend. Just finished at the gym. It's Friday night. I went for a bit of a walk at lunchtime today, but only a very, very small walk. So I thought, I've got nothing on. Instead of just sitting at home watching the Hawks lose in the finals, I might come to the gym and watch the Hawks lose in the finals. I jumped on the treadmill for about 15 minutes. When I started my journey, I was doing 0 incline at about 3.5. I then went up to a 1 incline at 3.5, and I'm now doing a 2 incline at about 5. So I guess that's only over the 4 weeks, and I've seen a bit of an increase, which I'm pretty happy with. I've cut it down from doing half an hour to just 15 minutes because I was getting a little bit bored. So rather than just half an hour on the treadie and then the weights, and then I just wasn't kind of enthused, and I was like, if I'm going to keep doing this, I need something to keep me kind of a little bit more motivated. So 15 minutes on the treadie, and then I do majority of the time I'm on the weight machines or with the dumbbells and all that kind of thing. So I have Body Combat tomorrow morning, which I'm excited for. The weather is going to be horrible this weekend, so probably will spend most of it inside, but I'm hoping that if I do the Body Combat class and then I jump on the treadmill, that I'll kind of get my steps smashed out of the way first thing, and I'll be good to kind of have just a bit of a lazy rest of the day. That's basically it for my Friday update, and I will check back in with you all tomorrow. It's Saturday. I've just finished Body Combat, which is why I'm a sweaty hot mess again. The class this morning was really hard. I don't know if I'm just working harder and I'm putting more intensity into it, or if it was just a particularly hard class. I'm not quite sure, but I really struggled. There was a couple of points there where I actually stopped just to catch my breath and then kind of keep going, which I haven't done that for a couple of weeks. So I was a little bit almost disappointed in myself, and then I was talking to my friend afterwards and I was like, okay, maybe it is just that I'm not holding back as much and I'm putting more into it, and that's kind of why I am struggling so much. So I'm not quite sure, but of course I'm always gonna assume the worst and assume that I'm not doing what I need to be doing. All of those leg exercises that I did yesterday definitely hurt me today. the squats and the lunges and just everything that we did in that class today was exceptionally difficult. I, however, finally got around to weighing myself. So I am officially 146.2 kilos. So I'm super happy with that. As I've said previously, my first mini goal was to get to 145. And I'm, I'm 0.2 of a kilo away from being in the 145. So for me, that's kind of like my first, as I said, my first mini goal. And the next one after that is to get down to 141, because that will mean 20 kilos lost since I sort of started in February, and then obviously since I've kind of come back again in August. So it's feeling a lot more attainable. It's feeling like it's actually something that I can achieve and I can really get there, and hopefully being under 145 is kind of the possibility for me next week. So it means that I've lost 7.6, I'll clarify, it'll probably be written down like here somewhere, since I started 4 weeks ago. So I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think that 7 kilos in 4 weeks is too much. I think that it's a reasonable amount to lose, so I'm pretty happy. But yeah, that's probably going to be my Saturday update. I might go to the pool today instead of tomorrow, because I'm getting my hair done in the morning and I don't want to have my lovely hairdresser work super hard on my hair and then me jump in a chlorinated pool for the day. So I think I might go to the pool at some point today, but we'll see how we go. I just finished my swim, which is exciting. I decided that I would definitely go today. I didn't want to just get into the habit of sitting on the couch this afternoon and not really doing it. So I swam a kilometre again. I think last week I did it in about 32 and a half, maybe closer to 33 minutes. And this time I did it in 31 and a half. So I wiped off a minute and a bit off of my time, which I'm pretty happy with that. I also wiped off 2 seconds from my overall average pace as well. So I think last time I was at 3:14 was my average pace, and this time it was 3:12. So I think it's a really good way to kind of keep me moving and just kind of keep the momentum up, because I love swimming. I've swam since I was a kid, so I started swimming lessons when I was 3 years old, and I swam right up until I was 16, 17, and I discovered part-time jobs and boys. So I was an avid swimmer my whole life. It's something that I really enjoy. It's something that kind of comes naturally to me, and being back in the pool just feels so good. So I'm definitely going to keep doing this. And I burnt 450 calories, so it's kind of like an effortless way to, not effortless, but you don't feel like you're pushing yourself as much as what you maybe do in the gym. So yeah, I'm only sitting at about 6,500 steps. My total is 9.5, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get there. I'm going to try, but I'm just not sure that I will actually get there. The weather is horrible. I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it is bucketing down. It's been basically bucketing down all day, which is good. We need the rain, but I'm just not sure if I'm going to want to go back to the gym tonight, just to kind of get my steps done, and there's definitely going to be no capacity to really go for a walk around the block, but that's okay. We'll see how we go. It is 11:58 p.m. and I was so committed to getting my steps. I literally needed 400. I was walking back and forth in the house. My husband's like, "You're being ridiculous. Just go outside, put some shoes on and go for a walk." So despite the fact that it is currently 3 degrees outside, I walked up and down, and I got my steps. So we're good. I'm not gonna lose my streak. I hit my steps. Okay, it's Sunday evening, which means it's the end of week 3. I've just done my measurements. Not as big of a change as there was last week, but I think that's probably because I didn't do as many classes this week and it was more led by me than it was actual instructors. So still a difference, which I'm happy with, but probably just not as much as what there was last week, which is kind of on par with the fact that I didn't lose as much as I did last week, but that's okay. So I've got my measurements written down again. So I didn't lose anything in my neck this time. I lost another 3 centimeters from my bust, 3 centimeters from my waist, 1 centimeter from my upper arm, 2 centimeters from my hips, 2 centimeters from my thighs, and 1 centimeter from my calf. So what I'm doing is I'm also tracking the total loss from the moment that I started, I guess, measuring, so I can kind of see what that looks like as well, as opposed to just week to week. I'm pretty happy with that. So, you know, I think it's probably just like a good way to keep checking and making sure that I'm doing okay when the scales maybe stop moving as much. Next week I'll be back at the gym in the morning, which will be good, as well as the evening. So hopefully next week we'll see a bit more of a change. If you've watched this far, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Please make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content, you want to see more. As always, if you've got any questions or you want to know anything else, please just leave a comment down below and I'll make sure to answer it for you. And also go check out my Instagram if you haven't already. It is linked in the description below. I'm a lot more active on there than I am on YouTube, so you'll probably get a much quicker response out of me. So I'll see you next week. Bye. Just finished my swim. Yeah, that happened.